Well, today for the Heritage Trust we've got Sandy McNaughton, former player who played late 79, early 80s for us. So, Sandy, it's nice to see you back here. And how did your move to Dunfermline come about?
It came about, I was on loan to Stennismuir from Clyde. Craig Brown was the manager there, so he sent me to play Stennismuir because I couldn't get in the Clyde team because the forward line was unbelievable at that time. Mm-hmm. And Joe Ward played at Aston Villa and then came back he came up, and there was another couple. I just was struggling, and he said, I think you've still got something in you, we'll put you on loan. So I came to Stennismuir on loan. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the season I'd scored 20 odd goals from just the start of December to the end of the season. It was just ridiculous. I was scoring hat-tricks and stuff, and mm-hmm. So I must have got the attention of Dunfermline, Harry Melrose. Mm-hmm. And I was away, when I was at Stennismuir, I went away and played with Scotland B-side, and that was quite something. Just everything started to kind of go, and Harry, I think, was either managing or part of that kind of group, and I kind of met him there, but I didn't really speak or know anything about it. And the next thing was the chairman of Stennismuir came to our house and said, Dunfermline are interested in signing you. What do you think? And I said, that'd be delighted. That would be really good. And he says, okay. He says, now don't be too greedy about money or anything like that. Just if you want to go. It's a blessing. But could you sign for us first? And I'm, what? And he said, aye, it's a bit technical. Aye, okay, so I signed for him. And the next day, I signed for Dunfermline, and he signed me, so the Dunfermline had to pay. And I phoned Craig Brown. I says, what's going on? This is weird. I'm paying. And then he says, oh, you have to sign at the end of the year or something. And he says, just sign it. And I signed it. And next day, Harry Melrose comes in and he says, now, we've paid quite a bit for you. It was only £6,000 or something. He says, I've paid quite a bit. Don't be too greedy with the sign-on fee there. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So I was delighted. I would quite happily have gone for nothing. Mm-hmm. But that was the start of it. So from there on it was...
Yeah. But you started off at Queen's Park, did you?
I was a youth there playing for... They had like 4 teams. They had under-18 side. That was Hampden 11. Then they had the reserve side, which was the Strollers. Mm-hmm. And they had a team, the Hampden 11 played in the Glasgow, or West of Scotland Amateur League. So it was a progression all the way up to get to the first team. So I started in under-18s, and I had scored 43 goals in that season with them. Mm-hmm. So I immediately signed up to go to Queen's Park, but it wasn't going to Queen's Park the first team. You were going to Queen's Park to play in the third team, where they had the old guys coming back who were on committee members and everything, and they would just guide you through games. And every Thursday or Wednesday night it was always a reserve game, Strollers. So they would then feed you into the Strollers, and then you go back to Hampden and then back into Strollers, and you started to play with kind of first team guys and another couple of guys, older guys, Ian Campbell and him. They would just guide you through games, and then from the Strollers, once in a blue moon you ended up in the first team sitting on the bench, or you were on the pitch playing, and it was a tremendous way to bring young boys through, because at 18 you were playing against men.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't playing against like other 18-year-olds or whatever. You were actually up against men, so you had to then start to toughen up and ride tackles and things like that. And I was playing at Lesser Hampden and playing against Rangers in the reserves league, and the Rangers. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy. I was playing against. It was one of the Rangers players, and I remember rising above him and bang, thumping the ball, knocking knocked him to the ground at the same time. And Ian Campbell, the coach and player coach, says, "You've arrived, son. You've arrived." So, and that was a great place.
So it was a good grounding for you.
That was a tremendous grounding, and at that time I got a couple of amateur caps and stuff. So, but that was another kind of side to.
So did you get amateur caps for Scotland?
Yeah.
Again,
I played here.
Yeah.
I played here against Holland.
And did you score?
No, I don't think so. I can't even remember. I remember playing the game, and there was another guy from Queen's Park who was playing at the same time, Jerry Cogan, and the 2 years were just, this is something else. But when I was there, I then got picked to play for the Glasgow Select against the English League, and that was the Queen's Silver Jubilee. So Jerry Cogan and I were picked along with Ronnie Lowry, goalkeeper. So that was we got a week off work, a week off teaching to go and train with these guys, your heroes, Dalglish and Jordan. It was just like, this is just amazing. So Jerry and I are coming out after first training session. We're walking up past Lesser Hampden, and the car stops, and it's Dalglish and McGrain. He says, "Where are you going?" I says, "What do you mean?" He says, "What are you doing?" I says, "We're going to get our lunch. It's a hotel, we have to get a bus." And he goes, "What do you mean you get a bus?" "Well, students don't have." And he says, "Get in the car." So Jerry sit in the back of the car, go, "Damn Ken Dalglish was. That was your heroes, and you were amongst these guys and training for a week." And I remember tackling Tom Forsyth, so I'd hit a brick wall. It was just like, it was like a fairy tale, you couldn't make it up. It was just...
So how did you get on playing against... did you play against England?
I was English. I came on, Jerry started the game. I came on at half time for Tommy McLean. And I came on for him, I think, and came on and standing at a corner, standing at a post, and I'm like, "What am I doing here?" And he said, "I just take the front post, take the front post." I says, "I've never been at front post in my life in the ball straight." And this is crazy. So the ball comes across, lands at my feet, and I was like, "Oh no, this is it's inside you. You have to do something, Yeah. So Mick Channon's bearing down on me, so I nutmegged him and booted the ball at the park. And Dalglish, "Don't do that again." "Don't do that again." I went, "Oh, okay." And it was just like, the whole game was just like as if you were like a dream. You're just playing you played me these guys, and it was brilliant. It was really good. Yeah.
When you came to Dunfermline, it probably wasn't the best of times for us as a club, but it was Harry Melrose that signed you, and players that were here then were the likes of Bonnet Mercer, Walter Borthwick, Bobby Robertson, Hugh White.
Yeah.
So what was it like playing with them? Because I'm assuming that you played against them at some point.
I never, when I came here, like I'm thinking I'm coming from Stennismuir, coming into this, and like massive stadium, and just a different feeling altogether. And I came in and I was made welcome right away. And Kevin Hegarty and folk like that, they guide. They're the ones that are still guiding you. And John Salton, I mean, he was a men's kind of character. Just like, don't mess with him. But it was brilliant playing with these guys. And Kenny Thompson, he was like probably the same age as me, but he was like an older kind of wiser kind of guy, the way he went about his game. And it was brilliant. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was here thinking I'm still learning, I'm still wanting to be better type thing, and it was a really good platform. And at the start, I played games, but a lot of times I was taken off halfway through the second half and things like this. And eventually I got fed up and I went in to see Harry Miller. I says, look, Harry, you keep taking me off. And he says, I says, well, do you understand that most goals are scored in the last 10 minutes? And I says, if you get into bookies, that's the lowest odds to score in the last 10 minutes, the first half or the second half. And he's looking at me as if I'm stupid. I says, leave me on, I've scored in the blooming last 10 minutes. And if you take me off, then that's my bit gone. And he kind of looked at us as if it was like, aye, okay. And so the next couple of games I left me on, so I scored in the last 10 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, beauty, this is going well. And that was a kind of corner turned. That was quite good way. Harry, he actually listened to what you were saying and kind of, right, I'll give you a kind of chance, don't let me down type thing. So that was...
Because Mike Leonard was here at the same time as well.
He was brilliant. I loved Mike. He took all the batter, and he was the one that got kicked because he was the bigger guy and he was backing in, and I'm just running around about him. So I would just play off him, and it was I really enjoyed playing with Mick, and he was a character as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can remember you doing a lot of running. You were quite quick.
I played off of him, and I would spin to the left or the right, and I'd end up in the wides. Everybody thought I was a winger, but I was actually played through the middle with him, but I was playing off him. And when Mick left, I ended up, oh well. And I remember Mick saying he says, if you're playing through the middle, he says, you realise that you're going to get kicked in the first 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He says, because they don't give cabs at that time. And I'm thinking, that's great. So every blooming, the guy who played at Race Rovers, he was for size, somebody at centre back. He was, oh my God. Within 2 minutes you're flattened because he just came through you. But I remember playing against him. I remember I ran one side and I got elbowed, and I ran another side and I got chinned. And I'm looking at the linesman, and the linesman says, "He's not hitting me, son." You might as well. Can you put your flag up at one point or something? And he goes, "No, it's just a dud he's giving you." And I'm like, "Oh God."
Did you always play up front?
No, I played at Queen's Park. I played midfield for every team, all the way through. And it was Dave McParlin when he came. He just took us aside, and I started playing up front. And I was playing with Malky Mackay. But that's Malky Mackay's dad, the older Malky Mackay, and he was an old stalwart at Queen's Park, and I started playing with him, and he just talked me through the things. But he managed to nearly got my nose broken for playing Queen of the South, and Malky, the goalkeeper there, somebody ball. And it used to be you could stand in front of the goalie and can he move one side or the other. Malky says every time he's kicking that, he doesn't kick well with his left foot, so he just go and stand in front of him, stand on his right hand side. So I kept going up and kind of making him play off his left foot. So he went up one time, he's looking like that, and realises he's the referee, he's looking over and he just went, done, and right in the nose of the ball, and I'm like, blood coming down, and says, I'm looking at Malky, Malky's, I did that with me. Blood's kind of streaming down. I'm thinking, I can't believe it. He just told me to do that. So, but he was brilliant to just get inside. That's what he did. Play against Partick Thistle. And, Alan Hansen played at Partick Thistle as a youth, so he was like 19 before he went away. So I'm playing against this big centre half, who's him, and every time we're up, bump, knock me forward, up, bump, knock me forward, and I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. And Malky says this, next time you jump, just throw your head back, Sandy. I jumps, throws my head back, you're, I do, I said, I got this, and Malky says to him, you better hope he doesn't come back on. And I was like, please God, just keep on after the side he comes on, there's all two things stuck up his nose, he's snorting away, and I'm thinking, oh, that was the worst thing if you'd done this. After that, I'm thinking, maybe you should stop listening to him. That was just...
When you were with us, you were 3 seasons with us, and you finished top goal scorer each season. Who was the one that supplied you, shall we say?
And Paul Donnelly and Jimmy, Jim Cooey, they were. I thought they were outstanding midfielders, and the ball seemed to come off of them. And Jimmy Mullins, I played with him for a bit. The ball's coming into the wide as well. I was good at heading the ball. I was getting service off of him as well. And Kevin Hegarty again. I still remember a goal. Kevin was playing an evening game. It was against Motherwell, and he went down the right hand side, crossed this ball, and it was like the perfect ball, bash in the back of the net. Because Motherwell was Mold Town, I was like all over the moon. I scored against Mold team, and they were pretty. And playing off Mick as well, I was like, I scored goals, but they were off 5 yards. Keeper dropped the ball, and I'd be there. I was always in and about rather than like distance stuff. I scored against Clyde Bank. Went back. I played with them in the Premier League for a season, and I went back with Dunfermline to play there, and I hit this thing for halfway. I just absolutely lashed it, and it's going. It's one of these ones you're thinking, is it going over the keeper? Is it going over the keeper? And I just sailed over at the back end. I thought, oh, brilliant. And there was a guy there, Jim Lumsden, that used to play for him. At the end of the game, he says, you didn't do that when you were here. Thanks, Jim, that's really, really nice you bring that up. He says, you just didn't do that when you were here.
I think you scored your first hat-trick for us against East Stirling in your second season here, and a 4-0 win.
Okay. Can't remember.
I had to look it up.
I can't remember. I think I scored a hat-trick against St Johnson. I can remember that. East Stirling, just kind of pick up on these goals.
Because you were playing for us. Your second season here was when George Best played for Hibs.
That's right.
So we played.
I remember that game. Everybody wanted to be picture sign George Best or shake hands with him or whatever. But that was something else. Like, I mean, that's your heroes.
Yeah.
Guys that stood out, and you were just pleased to be in the pitch with him. And he was towards the end of his career, but he still had all the tricks and moves and pace, and it was awesome to be in the same park.
Yeah. So did you learn anything from him?
Not really. Not really.
And second season, there was speculation about you moving from us because of the amount of goals that you had scored.
No.
No.
I mean, somebody's told us, or somebody mentioned as a reporter, can you started talking about that, and I hadn't a clue what he was talking about.
Mhm.
I had no idea whatsoever.
Mhm.
It was an English club was looking back, and I'm thinking, no, I'm teaching, and I'm getting paid for playing football. At the same time, I was making the most money we
Mhm.
could, but London, when we get transfer fees, money coming in, or football money,
Yeah.
it was decided that we would enjoy ourselves because we
Mhm.
knew that wasn't going to last.
Yeah.
So that was something that we could get holidays and different things through. So
Yeah. Mhm. Did towards the end of that's well, in December, season 80-81, Harry Melrose left,
yeah,
and you got to change the manager, so it was
Yeah.
Pat Stanton came in. So
Yeah.
did that make any difference to you?
it made a difference in that Harry knew my character, knew what it was like,
Mhm.
and knew how to get the best of him. But Pat Stanton, he didn't rate me, I don't think, and it was
Mhm.
quite clear he didn't rate me for the minute he came in the door.
Mhm.
I got a Scotland B cap at the end of the season, and still
Mhm.
was just wasn't
Because
great.
you were still scoring goals.
I was still scoring goals, but I remember getting told to stop. I remember he wanted me to play in the 18-yard box, the width. He didn't want me spinning out and movement. He just wanted me in there, and my game was. I wasn't the biggest player, so my game was to basically get around the two centre backs and then run in behind them. And he wanted me to be more of a kind of target and in the box, always be there
Mhm.
at the end of stuff. But I always ended up in the box anyway, so didn't. I was just like, fine, okay. So I just did what he asked me to do, but I just
Yeah.
it just didn't click. So
Mhm.
that was
Mhm.
that.
In 81-82, you here at that time was Stevie Morrison and Bobby Forrest.
Yeah.
Norrie was here
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, they were coming in. They was bringing in kind of younger guys, but and they were good players. They were good players, without a doubt. But it didn't click,
Mhm.
and I don't know why. I just don't know why.
Yeah.
It didn't click.
Because we also had Jim Brown, and Jim Brown got that serious injury against St Johnstone.
That was a horrendous. He would. It was just in front of the stand. I can remember it. I remember the guy coming over, and I can't remember who it was. The player it was that did it. He came,
John Pelosi.
yeah, well, he came flying across, and I missed me, and then he got really angry because he'd missed me, and I'd knocked the ball out to the wide, and he went out and he just took him clean out, and it was the most horrendous. He had a crack and everything. It was just horrendous. Evil tackle. You think why?
Yeah.
I mean, it was if the guy had lost all track of where he was or whatever, and he was just like, I'm just going to have somebody. So he missed me and him. So that was terrible.
Because Jim Brown was brought in as a kind of old head.
Yeah.
To help bring on the young players that had been coming in with Pat Stanton.
Yeah. I came from playing at Queen's Park, where 4 teams, amateurs all the way through, and you were schooled by older players coming in, and I just living the game with you whilst playing with you, and to bring in a guy to try and school the young guys, one guy, while he's trying to play his game as well, just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't think that was the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
And that was something about Dunfermline at that time. The reserve side, it wasn't playing in a decent kind of league as such. I remember when I wasn't playing in Pakistan, and like kind of put me to the side. I was playing with Jim Leash this year, and I was playing away different all over the country, nearly just playing random games.
Right.
And there wasn't any kind of like structure as coaching as such as you would get now.
Yeah.
You've got today with your use and everything that's coming through. That was lacking. And whoever came in, I don't know who came in and changed that. It may have been Leash to change that. Whoever did that, that was a major change.
Yeah.
The club had could bring up their own players as well.
So, during your career, who was the hardest opponent you played against?
Hardest?
Who was the most difficult to play?
Dunfermline. He was brutal. He just was absolutely brutal. And I played against him a few times, against Rangers and stuff, and oh my God. And Danny McGrain, at Clydebank, we were playing against Danny McGrain at Clydebank, and it was snowing, and wintry day, and first half, it was like, hit the brick wall, bang. I was thinking, my God, can I get the ball up? It's like I'm going 15 rounds. I'm thinking, I wonder if I can go up after the next one. He was just such a strength. And at half time, we're sitting and we're thinking, this is going quite well. It's like 0-0, and it was still dinging down with snow, so it was 0-0, and Steedman, it was the chairman, he said, you hate to go back out, So we had to go back out for 10 minutes so they could shut the game down. So we went out for 10 minutes and he shouted, game's going to get stopped, it's 0-0, there's never no losing anything here. So the game gets stopped and the Celtic fans were going mental because after half time, and they played the 10 minutes, they didn't get the money back. So he was getting the coffers in, and that was different.
When you left us, did you leave before Pakistan, or was Pakistan away after you?
I think it was in the proceeds as Pakistan was going, and in the middle of all that,
you got transferred?
I get transferred,
right.
And there was different kind of things that came into play. Derek Whiteford was my pal, and he was the assistant manager at Area United, and he was on my back. Come to us, because he knew the situation I had with Stanton, that I wasn't getting games, and he says, "Oh, come to us," and I'm thinking, well, it makes sense, but I didn't know that Pat Stanton was leaving. If I'd known that he was going, I would quite happily have stayed. And if I'd known it was Forsyth that was coming in, I'd definitely stayed, because he was a kind of hero. He wasn't the best manager in the world. He was a hero to me, and I would have stayed. But Derek kept pushing and pushing. And then Jim McLean, he phoned me, right, meet up and have a chat. So I went to Area United, and it wasn't the best move. I played, but I never played anywhere near what I could do. Plus, Alan McInally, Joe Ward, Derek Fry, 3 unbelievable strikers, and here's me coming in to try and get a place. So I ended up going back to playing wide every now and again rather than playing through the middle. So that was a bit of a wreck playing there, and towards the end kind of fell out with McLeod because I just wasn't getting games, and I played. It would make me play reserve games, travel down here twice a week, and then travel down for a reserve game. So it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then turn up for the game on the Saturday, and we kind of fell out. We had a row. Words were said, and he said, "That's it, you'll not play for me, you'll not play for me again." And I says, "Good, this is half of these guys don't want to play for you," and it just kind of went off, and he said, "You'll be in the stand." This suits me because I played 7 games previous, and if you played 7 games you went from 59, 60 quid a week to 120. So I was in 120 and he was bidding me to the stand, and I was like, I'm sitting up here, I'm getting their money now. And I'm sitting in the stand like, fine. And he says, "You go to all the reserves games, you'll do this, no problem with me." And I really just ticked him off. And he was mad. But then 5-6 weeks later he got sacked. And so I came back, but by that time I was thinking, I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
So that was.
Because after that you went to, what was it? You had East Stirling and Steny, and then you ended up in the Highland League.
Highland League was brilliant. I went back to Steny, was good. I enjoyed that as well. But then Highland League, went to Highland League and went to Devonville, and that was something else. Playing there, and what do you call him? Played with me at Clydebank, Joe McCarlan. Played at Clydebank. He was there, and Joe went from striker, who was a brilliant striker. He was a sweeper, the centre half. So and there was just different guys that came in and about. So I played at Devonville for a bit of a season, and then Cove Rangers came and asked us to go to Cove, and I'm thinking, well, I'm living in Aberdeen, I'm driving up to Devon, up to Banff, so it's a no-brainer. So I went and I played at Cove. Unfortunately, the manager beside me, he got binned after about Christmas, and I'm like, this is good. And so I'm playing. The next guy came in, Dave Watson. He came in and he's, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and all the rest of it. And he says, "Why don't you be coach?" And I went, "Coach? Okay." But I'd done all my licence stuff, I'd got my licence and that. So I said, okay. So I started coaching at Cove and stopped playing, just stopped and started coaching. So I'm thinking, I was really enjoying the coaching side of it, and it was good for us, his family and everything. And I'm thinking, I keep playing. So I play in the Sunday League with the amateurs, and then somebody says, "Wait a minute, you're a professional, you're all right." I says, "That doesn't matter, I can still play." And like Ray Stevens, who played for Nantes, said, Ray was a pal at the Cove Rangers. He was one of the players there, so he ended up playing the Sunday League, and it was good fun. Just folk come along to spy players, and you just said, "What are you doing here?" So it was good.
Yeah, but
Cove, we won the Highland League, won heaps of trophies, and then I moved from Cove. My pal Kenny Taylor was manager at Cove. Kenny and McNaughton went to Keith, so I went to Keith for the next 14 years, and again won the Highland League, and we won I think we won 15, 16 trophies at Keith, and it was amazing. Guys that came and played for us, and
So you did all this while you were still teaching as well?
Yeah,
So where did you teach?
I taught at Kincorth Academy in Aberdeen, so
And you said earlier
I
that
t- I
you won the
used to- I
Scottish
used-
Cup.
I used to teach there. On the Saturday morning I'd go and take the school teams, and then the Saturday afternoon go up to Keithford. If it was a away game, I'll be up to Drora, whoever it is. I brought the games forward and played on a Wednesday night or something like that, and just kept it going. But no, Kincorth Academy, this is the biggest story ever.
Right, come on then, tell us.
Kincorth Academy, phone call. Hi, this is Bobby Charlton. No. Aye, right, fine, okay. No, this is Bobby Charlton. I'm coming up to Aberdeen and I've got a morning to waste. I'm giving a speech at a conference. Can I come and take your school team? And I'm going, aye, right, fine. I'm thinking it was somebody, Mike Cormack or something taking a mick, and I'm going, aye, fine. No, it's Bobby Charlton. I said, phone back in 10 minutes. I have to ask the headmaster. So I went into my headmaster, Mike, and I says, Bobby Charlton's just phoned. Aye, right, no chance. I says, he does. He wants to take the juniors, the 13-year-olds, and he says, what? And I goes, aye, he's got nothing to do. And okay, this is before you had phones and photos and stuff. So, aye, okay. So next thing there was a kind of knock, and the secretary came in the headmaster's office. Bobby Charlton's at the front door. So I guess there's a guy in a crumbly coat, and it's him. And headmaster was a massive football fan. He was Mike Stewart, and he's going, what? And he says, what did he says, I'll get the kids to go home and get their kit and bring it back, and we'll go. So Bobby Charlton came down to the the office, and then I says, you got nothing, Matty? And he says, you're the same height as me. And I says, I've got a tracksuit and stuff. So I gave him a old tracksuit, size 8. I got a size 8 boots, there you go. So he put on all the old stuff and the boots, and we went out, and we started the training, and so I did a warm-up, the usual warm-up in the squares and stuff, and he went, stop. Mr. McNaughton is showing you what the Man United players are doing. This is what they do. They do it far better than you, because they go boom, 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 and it's fast, and it's a tempo, and you have to get things up. And the kids were, and next thing, they're all buzzing about. It was brilliant. He says the goalie needs some work as well. We'll all take penalties. So we're all he's taking penalties. The kids they're coming about. And, I must have all take a penalty as well. Kids saved it. I was like, oh yeah, lol. And so he came for that day to a half day, and went away. And it was like just all evaporation, just it's all gone. And that man, how did he pick to come to our school?
Yeah.
To this day, we have no idea. But to do that just off his own back, and they said to us, any time you're down at Manchester with your kids or anything, just come on, I'll get you tickets, and I'll get you, show you around the stadium.
Very good.
We were, it was...
Yeah. The kids would have always remember that.
Oh, it's incredible.
Such an experience.
If you get it used to be, if I was in Aberdeen, and one of these kids would come up to me or stand in a pub or something, do you remember the time of Bobby Charlton came? Aye. That was what they started with. You went, aye, that's right. Oh, so it was brilliant.
Amazing.
It was amazing. The school was an unbelievable place. We had the Scottish rugby kind of rep came in, and he said, we're going to, can we come along and take your kids for rugby sevens and stuff? I says, what, are you a missionary or something? I says, nobody plays rugby. This is Kincorth Academy, it's a council house estate. Nobody plays rugby. And he says, no, I'd like to try it. So he came in and he took the kids, and there was 2 lassies, I can't remember their name. I can't remember their names, and they were just like lightning fast. So we went into the kind of local rugby groups. We went in amongst them, and we played the tournament there, and we won it. We beat Robert Gordon's college. We beat what do you call it? What's the big grammar school, and they were like taken aback. So we got to Murrayfield, and we got to the final of that, and the way there, the way they journey up to the final, we're playing all these kind of private schools and things. And these two
you must have been a good coach.
No, I don't know. The school football was really good, but every year they sent us to Stornoway. And so we had to go up and get the ferry across and all the rest of it. Every year we ended up playing up there, and going across the ferry, and the guy says, "See you guys again?" And I says, "Aye." "And you be playing Stormy?" And I says, "Aye, we're playing there." Yeah. And he says, "Well, I hope they beat you." Yes.
Oh. Well, to finalise.
Yeah, a bit diverse a bit there.
Oh no, but that was good. What would you say about your time here at Dunfermline Athletic?
Oh, it was brilliant. I really enjoyed every minute. And if I knew Forsyth was going, I would definitely stayed as well. I just loved it. They just went out, and I mean, fans said they clap your hands. I couldn't understand what they were saying. He says, just clap your hands above your head. I'm like, oh, all right. Big cheer for the side. That was good. And they were like, the bar upstairs after the game. We always go into the bar, and they treated you really well. There was no dissenters or anything. It was always positive, coming up and chatting away. It was really good.
Yeah.
They had the quiz night one night, and that was useless. I think you get one right. And somebody, that was all I heard, the dissent I heard was, "You're a teacher and you don't know any blue." So, but I think it was good. It was really good.
Well, it's been really nice to see you and to speak to you, and maybe the next time you're here, you'll get a game.
Maybe see a game. I know.